to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Missy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of the books that I've read in August. I'll be sharing with you guys what I rated them, summary, basically how I felt about them, and hopefully that you guys can be able to which books interest you if you're back into reading or you just can't find any particular book that fits your interest. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get right into it. So these two books that I have are part of a series, and if you're interested in ever wanting to be a detective or pretend to be a detective and you want to know what it's like, these two books are for you. The first one got me back into reading, and I gave it 5 stars. The second one, it was okay, but I gave it 4.5 stars. One of Us is Lying and One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. Basically, these two take place in Bayview High School, where in the first one, 5 students are in the detention room, but one of them dies mysteriously. You get 4 of the students' point of views of what they think happened. Half of them get the evidence there, and somewhere in the middle of the book, in the middle of the book, you get a little glimpse of like who they think it was. The plot twist and the explanation, did not expect it. This one was an online post. I'm not sure what it was. I don't want to spoil too much in this one because you guys should read this one first. The second one is where the 4 students graduated from high school. They moved on with their life and everything is fine and peaceful in Bayview. You meet 3 or 4 new characters that are siblings, neighbors, friends, relatives. And this one is a truth or dare, where if you take the dare, something will happen. If you choose truth, your secrets will be untold. Throughout the chapters, it gets really interesting, very intense, things that you did not expect. But then in the end, you get the same thing, the explanation and the plot twist of who did what, who was sending these messages to random people of giving them a truth or dare. Once you find out who did that, you're like, wow, did not expect it. So these two, highly recommend. She does have a 3rd book. It's called One of Us is Back by Karen M. McManus. I have not read that yet. Stay tuned for that one soon. The next book, after I was done reading those two, I thought about reading a book that was very also interesting, but hopefully not one that you can shed some tears. This one almost did it for me. This one took place in New York, and it follows 2 main characters, Rufus and Mateo. They both die at the end by Adam Silvera. Yes. I gave this 4.5 stars because it was slow in the beginning. There were some very friendship buddy relationships that they did by spending time together, but this one is where Rufus and Mateo, they get an unexpected call from an employee where the company is called Last Friends, where you make a profile and they match you with your last friend because they give you an unexpected call saying you're gonna die in the next 24 hours. Which, mind you, yes, that is very life-threatening, but this really did kind of scare me a little bit because I didn't know why it was titled this until the plot twist. But basically, these two met. They did a lot of things together. The one person I was very intrigued about was Rufus, because I found him so brave so protective, so caring for Mateo. But then everything started picking up so well. But in the end of this chapter, my heart was breaking. But this book was really good. It would have been 5 stars. I gave it 4.5. I highly recommend. The author, Adam Silvera, did publish another book, which is The First to Die at the End. I have not read that book either because I'm still lingering through this one. I recommend this one. The next book, everybody has hyped up about this a lot. It's been brought up on Book Talk. It showed up in a movie now, and everybody says it's the most heartbreaking, wonderful book that I've ever read. And I got my hands on it. I read it. I cried. I felt sad, and I learned a lot from this book. My freaking baby. It Ends With Us by Colin Hoover. I will say, ask parents' permission and check for trigger warnings. This book, I gave this lovely book 5 stars. It was so... I don't want to talk about this too much because I might cry. We follow a main character named Lily, who has graduated from college and moved to Boston. She wrote in the chapters, she writes in her journals, where it basically talks about her past, her life in general, how she's been struggling. But then one day she goes up on the rooftop, and who does she see? Ryle Kincaid. For some reason, everybody says that he's boyfriend material. And I will not lie to you guys. Yes, he was a boyfriend material at first. To me, I felt like he was boyfriend material, but in my opinion, you guys, if you continue reading this book and you notice how Ryle's behavior changes and how violent he was to Lily, no. He was not a boyfriend material to me at all. That's just my opinion. Comment down below what you guys think about Ryle, because I mean, it's probably just me and about this book and the character in general. But then also in the chapter, we follow her first love that she had named Atlas, who is boyfriend material. He is so boyfriend material because he is so kind, he's so respectful, he's so caring to Lily. But the problem is, I think in one of the chapters, they weren't really a couple, they just had like feelings for each other. But they were good friends, obviously, but they were kids. But the ending of the book, the plot twist, oh, I freaking cried. This is my forever baby. I feel like everybody that has said that Lily is so strong, I totally agree with you guys 100%. And I want you guys to answer this one question for me that is based on this book. If you guys had to choose between Ryle and Atlas as your book boyfriend in this one alone, who would you choose? Comment down below on that one. I say Atlas, but if you guys say Ryle, I will not judge you, okay? I will not judge you at all. I highly recommend this book. After I was lingering through the first one, It Ends With Us by Colin Hoover, I decided to read a different book, which is The Obsession by Jesse Q. Santando. That book I do not have with me. I'll just read off like my opinion and the summary I have on my notes. I will say that it was a little bit slow in the beginning until something started to happen throughout the chapters. I did give this book a 4.5 stars, and I think that I might reread this book again just so I can get like some understandings, because at first I didn't really understand why Logan was so into Delilah, like actually attracted to her, obsessed with her so much. And it was all because of a video he had of her doing something. And yes, there is a plot twist. that I did not see coming. Based off of the book, it is, nobody knows Delilah like Logan does. Nobody. He makes sure of it by learning everything he can through her social media and watching her through a hidden camera he has trained on her house. Some might call him a stalker. Logan prefers to be called romantic. But after Logan sees Delilah doing something unmistakably, I will not say what she did, you'll find out in the book, he realizes there's still more about her to discover. His sweet, perfect Delilah isn't so perfect after all. Delilah knows she still feels guilt, but all she feels is free. She's so over the men in her life controlling her, except Logan saw what she did, and he won't let her forget it. Delilah is done being the victim, and she refuses to be a character in Logan's twisted fantasy. If Logan won't let her go, she'll make him. But basically, this was all about Logan being obsessed with Delilah, the two main characters, just because he had something in his hands. Delilah was afraid that Logan was going to send it to the cops. That I'll just say, but I don't want to say anymore. But I do recommend this book. After I read that book, and it was kind of a bit confusing, which is why I rated that one, like I said, a 4.5 stars. I decided to try again. After lingering through It Ends With Us by Colin Hoover, started reading this one, November 9th by Colin Hoover. I don't remember much about this book, but I will say it was kind of slow and touching in the beginning, and when it picked up, the plot twist at the end, oh my god. I gave this 4.5 stars, and I highly also recommend this one too. This one is about a girl named Fallon who was once an actress, but suddenly had an accident where she wasn't able to perform anymore, which made her go into like a little bit of a depression, maybe. But like I said, I can't remember much about this book, but I know she meets a boy who's a writer. His name is Ben, and his attraction to her is no secret. From the second he lays eyes on her, what starts off as an innocent goal to make the most of the day turns into a 5-year plan to never be without the other. But throughout the book, they only meet every year on the same month, same day, November 9th. And again, the plot twist did not expect at all. And then, highly recommend this one too. And then the last one that I still don't have with me at all is one of the ones that everybody likes. Some people gave it 5 stars, some people gave it 4.5. I gave it a 4.5, and I will say that yes, the book was pretty good, but to me it was kind of slow just in the beginning. I'm gonna read the summary because like I said, I don't have the book physically in my hand. The many lives of theoretical physicist Elsie Hanaway have finally caught up to her. By day, she's an adjunct professor trolling away at grading labs and teaching thermodynamics in the hopes of landing tenure. By other day, Elsie makes up for her non-existent paycheck by offering her services as a fake girlfriend, tapping into her expertly honed people-pleasing skills to embody whichever version of herself the client needs. But, however, it's a pretty sweet gig until her carefully constructed Elsie verse comes crashing down because Jack Smith, the annoyingly attractive and broadly older brother of her favorite client, turns out to be the cold-hearted experimental physicist who ruins her mentor's career and undermined the reputation of theorists everywhere. And that same Jack who now sits on the hiring committee at MIT, right between Elsie and her dream job. Elsie is preparing for an all-out war of scholaring sabotage, but those long, penetrating looks, not having to be anything other than her true self when she's with him, will falling into an experimentalist orbit finally tempt her to put her most guarded theories on love into practice. I will say, just in case, ask for parents' permission, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for episode 2, but the books that I've read in September. If you stay till the end of this video, please give this a thumbs up emoji. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. And until then, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Miss you already. Bye.